Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be doing a 2021 mock draft. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and let's get right into the video. So, first let's look at the draft. Okay, so Pacers pick 1, Wizards pick 2, Spurs pick 3, Jazz pick 4, Thunder pick 6, Pistons pick 5, Thunder pick 6, 7 Kings, Thunder, and then Bulls, and the other one. So, okay. So, the NBA draft, Adam Silver, what's up? Indiana Pacers, so let's actually just look at their team real quick. So, you obviously have Sabonis, Malcolm Brogdon, who they might want to trade, maybe, I don't know. But I think Karis LeVert isn't the best fit on the team. So, I personally think they should get a shooting guard, and thankfully, Cade Cunningham's on the board. So, they're going to take best player available in Cade Cunningham, going pick number 1. The Wizards, pick number 2. They, of course, have Bradley Beal, Rui Hachimura, Thomas Bryant, Morton Wagner. In this world, Russell Westbrook got either hurt or something happened to the G or something happened to him, so he's not here. But still, I think they most likely will trade either him, Bradley Beal, both. I don't think he's a good fit, so they're also going to take best player on the board, Jalen Suggs. Now the Spurs, this is a pretty obvious one because not only is DeRozan but LaMarcus are both free agents. They have DeJounte Murray, so they don't need themselves a point guard. Keldon Johnson and Derek White are perfectly fine. They really just need themselves big men, specifically a center that can replace Aldridge, which is why they're going to be taking Evan Mobley out of USC. It's pretty obvious. Okay, they have Donovan Mitchell, as the Jazz have Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, and Mike Conley, which is why they don't need guards or big men. They really need themselves good forwards, which is perfect for them, which means they are going to take Greg Brown III because they do have, a good small forward that they can use, which is why they need a good power forward. Obviously, the Pistons don't need big men. They don't need big men, but they need a good small forward because they have Killian Hayes, but they're actually going to take a scoring wing, Jalen Green, from the G League. So, the Thunder are on the clock. They pretty much take best player available, even if Cade Cunningham's on the board, because they really just need to take whoever's the best available for them. So they are going to be taking Jonathan Kuminga out of the G League. I believe he's playing it. It says high school, but high school basically means G League for the most part. The Kings at pick number 7, I believe. They have their guard duo in Tyrese Halliburton, and while they do have Rashawn Holmes and Hassan Whiteside, those are both expiring contracts and free agent next year. They have Marvin Bagley, though, that they can use, which is why they're going to be taking a wing, kind of, but at the same time, he can be used for any support. Harrison Barnes has a big contract, which is why they can take Zion Williams out of Stanford. Thunder on the clock again. They obviously just picked up Jonathan Kuminga, so they don't need a small forward, which is why they're still going to take best player available, which is Scotty Barnes. Now the Suns are going to obviously have their point guard duo and their center. They need forwards, which is why they're going to be taking Usman Garuba out of Spain. I think it will be a great fit. The Bulls, they have obviously Zach LaVine and Lauri Markkanen, who Lauri Markkanen is a free agent, but they might consider re-signing it. But I do still think they need a big man for the future, maybe a small forward or something, which I think is personally why, for them, I am picking them up a player, Kai Jones, as he will be their power forward that either for the future, if they want to trade Markkanen, as he doesn't seem to me like he necessarily be the best fit. The Hornets obviously have their guard duo in Ball and Rozier. They have Gordon Hayward, who I don't know if he's going to stick around for long, but it's obvious that they need big men, which I think is, kind of easy to say, which is why they're going to be kind of getting a snag at Charles Bassey, who I'm not going to lie is actually a little underrated in my opinion. I think he's really good, one of the best players in that draft. The Knicks, they have a situation where they really don't need anyone specific for any spot. Mitchell Robinson isn't the best fit, which is why they might need a center, because Lawrence Owell isn't the best fit, but there's not really any good centers left on the board, which is why, you can see Kofi Cockburn is the best one, which is why they're just going to be taking best player available, James Bouknight, out of Connecticut, hometown represent, as a good scoring wing, even though they have Quickly. So, Trae Young, Clint Capella, obvious that they're not going to do it. John Collins is a free agent, but I think they need themselves a good shooting guard, a good wing, which is why they're going to take Moses Moody. This is a great class for scoring wings. It's not the best class for big men, but it definitely does have big men. So the Celtics, let's just take a look at who has fallen. So far, Jalen Johnson seems to be the best player, and the Celtics don't really specifically need anyone, but what they need is basically a good scorer. While they do have guys that can score, they don't really need a center. I think Thompson and Tice are perfectly fine, which is why I actually think they need a playmaker, which is what they lost in Gordon Hayward, which is why they are, of course, going to be taking Jalen Johnson, a playmaker that can score. He can pretty much do anything. An underrated pick. He did fall, but it's okay. Okay, so Jamal Murray and Jokic are a really good duo, but I do think that they do need a scorer in a shooting guard or a point guard, which is why they're actually going to be taking a bit of a weird pick. I understand that, but they're going to be taking Sharif Cooper. Now, I know what you're thinking. This guy could be a good potential trade candidate because there's not anyone that could really fit that team. That's the only one that could be a bit iffy. So, obviously, the Knicks obviously drafted James Bouknight, which is why they're going to be taking best player available, which, of course, is, 16th pick in the NBA draft, Jaden Springer. Nikola Vucevic and Jonathan Isaac are both really great. Evan Fournier is a free agent who I don't think they're going to re-sign, which is why I'm going to have them taking a power forward, specifically J.R.E. from Villanova, who is a sleeper pick, and I think he'll be great. They have their guard duo in Lillard and McCollum. They have their centers in Enes Kanter and Nurkic. So I think they're going to be taking Corey Kispert out of Gonzaga. 2 Gonzaga players so far have fallen on the board, I believe. Obviously Suggs and then Corey Kispert. Now the Raptors, they have Kyle Lowry as a free agent who I don't think they're going to re-sign. I think he's going to get signed by someone else or something. Norman Powell's a free agent, but I think they are actually going to take a replacement point guard. And luckily, they got a good one in Cameron Thomas. Now, the Grizzlies have Ja and Jaren Jackson Jr., which I think is their future, basically. And Jonas Valanciunas isn't necessarily the best fit, but I think they will keep him for his contract until it expires. They may want to look to re-sign him. But I think they're going to, again, take one of those picks where it's kind of hard to pick what they need. Do they need a wing? Do they need a playmaker? Do they need a defender? But I think they're going to take Tavon Kinsey, best player available, and another good scorer on their team. Colin Sexton, Andre Drummond, and Jared Allen are the 3 best players, but their 2 centers that they have are free agents. And let's be honest, JaVale McGee won't cut it, which is why they're going to be taking out of the G League, even though it says out of high school, out of the G League, Isaiah Todd, who's a great player in high school, now plays in the G League. We don't know much from the G League, but yeah. Okay, so you're probably thinking, oh, get a replacement for Wiggins, because you may not like Wiggins or something. But I actually am going to take Warriors taking point guards. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's a bit weird. Why would you do that? That doesn't make a lot of sense. It's purely on the fact that I think there's a good chance that Curry, if he gets injured, they get point guards to back him up, basically. The Warriors are going to take Ayo Dosunmu, also, as he is a point guard, which is a bit weird, but you'll understand maybe. That's the only pick. Again, that's a kind of wiry. They have James Harden, as the best shooting guard in the NBA. They have their big 3. They have Dinwiddie, but Joe Harris is definitely getting up there in age. Jeff Green's going to retire soon, which is why they're going to be taking a small forward in Marcus Bagley out of Arizona State Uni. So, Philly, they obviously have Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. I know what you're thinking, they don't need a point guard, right? But I think that if they run by taking Miles Bridges, West Virginia, run because he can run there. Run Ben Simmons at the small forward position. You got a nice starting 5. And you can run Tyrese Maxey if you need to, and he can be your 6th man. I think it will work great. The Clippers, obviously you're going to lose Kawhi because he's not really going to be into signing that player option. So I think they're going to be taking another scorer that they can basically use. Terrence Shannon, who can play small forward for them, and I think will be a great fit. So, the Bucks, basically, they're in a bit of a situation where I don't love Drew Holiday on the team. I think it was a nice trade, but I think for now it's not going to happen, which is why they're going to take Joshie Nix out of high school. I'm not sure if he plays in the G League or if he's actually coming out of high school. Either way, that's who is going to be picked. The Pelicans are going to be taking one of the best players that is currently on the board, although his overall doesn't look nice. Shareef O'Neal, who, if you don't know, is Shaq's son out of LSU. I believe he's Shaq's son, if I'm not mistaken. This is hard. Who should the Nets take? I mean, they could take, I'm just kind of looking down. And maybe they'll take Josh. I think they're going to take just Josh Giddey out of Australia. With the final pick in the NBA draft, if you want to look at a draft summary, I'm going to send to the end. Now, let's take a look. Cade Cunningham falls out 1. Jalen Suggs 2. Mobley 3. Greg Brown 4. Jalen Green 5. Kuminga 6. Zion Williams 7. Barnes 8. Usman Garuba 9. Kai Jones 10. Charles Bassey still at 11. James Bouknight at 12. Moses Moody at 13. Jalen Johnson at 14. Shareef Cooper at 15. Jaden Springer at 16. JRE at 17. Corey Kispert at 18. Cameron Thomas at 19. Tavon Kinsey at 20. Isaiah Todd at 21. Roko Pricken, I believe that's how you pronounce it, at 22. Ayo Usman, I believe that's how you pronounce it also, at 23. Marcus Bagley at 24. 25, Miles McBride. Terrence Shannon Jr., 26. Joshie Nix, 27. Shareef O'Neal, 28. Josh Giddey, 29. And Jared Butler, 30. If you want to, you can take a look at the second round of the draft. I'm just going to scroll through it. What you guys, I was thinking about Isaiah Jackson, maybe to draft for someone, but that's my final decision. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment down below that you enjoyed, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace!